you. Today, we'll be looking at one aspect of English language course, oral English. Why should we study oral English? This is our first English lesson, and we will learn the importance of studying oral English. As you may already be aware, there are 5 aspects of the senior high school English content. These are 1. Oral English. 2. Reading, comprehension, and summary. 3. Grammar. 4. Writing and composition. 5. Literature. In this lesson, we will begin by looking at the 2 main forms of language, the importance of studying oral English, and then go ahead to learn about the organs of speech. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to 1. Distinguish between the spoken and the written forms of language. 2. Agree that the spoken form is primary. 3. Say why it is important to study oral English. And 4. Mention the prominent organs of speech. There are 2 main forms of language. These are the spoken form and the written form. The spoken form, which is commonly called speech or oral, is the basic form of language. It is the basic form of language because, naturally, people generally acquire speech first before learning to write. Also, in learning a new language, it is natural to learn a dose of the spoken form first before learning to write it. Besides, there are languages in the world today, and in fact in Ghana, that have not yet been reduced to writing. So, you will agree with me that written form of every language is a reduced form and a representation of speech. You will study the written form of English in your grammar, comprehension, summary, writing and composition lessons. And you will study the spoken form of English in your oral English lessons. Why do we study oral English? Sometimes when people speak English, their listeners have difficulty understanding instantly what they mean. For example, when you say sit down instead of sit down, your listener may initially not understand exactly what you mean. These slight difficulties to understand instantly what people say are called disturbances and may arise from our failure to pronounce certain words appropriately. Disturbances may also arise from failure of our listeners to recognize by ear certain words that we use. Perhaps because the way they pronounce these words is different from how we pronounce them. This is why it becomes necessary that, as learners of English, we address ourselves to the speech features or phonological category of that language and learn to articulate words appropriately. So, studying oral English will help us to eliminate disturbances we create or experience when we speak or when we listen to others speak. There are other important reasons why we study oral English. but these will be discussed in another lesson. Let us turn our attention to the nature of oral English. Oral English, like all forms of speech, is made up of successions or sequences of sounds produced by the organs of speech. For example, the sentence, "Oral English is fun," consists of sequences of sounds as illustrated on your screen. Oral English is fun. Spoken, oral English is fun. In the illustration on your screen, there are 4 sequences of sounds in the sentence. Each of the 4 sequences consists of a number of sounds. For example, the first sequence, oral, is made up of 4 sounds: o, Repeat after me. O, That's very good. Also, the last sequence, fun, is made up of 3 sounds. And speech sounds are made voluntarily. They require that the speech organs shall be placed in certain definite positions or moved in certain definite ways. Let us talk briefly about the speech organs. It is important that you have a fairly clear idea of the organs involved in producing speech. Man produces sound when air leaves the lungs and enters the voice box. There are 2 horizontal tiny muscles placed across the entrance of the voice box called vocal cords. They are called vocal because they help in producing sounds. Other organs involved in the production of sounds are listed on your screen. We have the mouth, the roof of the mouth, the upper teeth, the lower teeth, the upper lip, the lower lip, the tongue, and the space inside the nose. Try identifying them on your own body. The mouth, the roof of the mouth, the upper teeth, the lower teeth, the upper lip, the lower lip, the tongue, the space inside the nose. Some of the organs are found in the upper jaw, and others are found in the lower jaw. The organs in the upper jaw are said to be passive articulators. This is because they do not move during the production of sound. However, those in the lower jaw move and move. so they are said to be active articulators. The tongue is one of the organs located in the lower jaw. It is extremely mobile. It can touch any part of the roof of the mouth. The tongue can be spread laterally and made to contract. So, we say the tongue is the most active of all the organs of speech. So, for this lesson, we have learned that 1. There are 2 main forms of language: the spoken form and the written form. 2. The spoken form, commonly called speech or oral, is the basic form of language. 3. Studying oral English will help you to eliminate disturbances you create or experience when you speak or listen to others. Four, some of the organs of speech are passive, whilst others are active. 5, the tongue is the most active of all the organs of speech. Till I